go, 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 go. All right. So we're live. All righty. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of AooA, Adventures Out of Arrowknee. Tonight's game is going to be Blades in the Dark, and we are initially joined by Dave playing Draven, Chris playing BG Hall, and Amy playing Rain Lamond. And later, apparently, we'll have a Vixen joining us, playing Lily Mercier, but we're not quite sure yet. So, last time you guys made your characters. We're now entering the section of the game called Free Play. So this is where your character scenes, like if y'all want to talk to each other, plays out. This is where you pick a target, or in this case of tonight, you answer your fan mail, because you just got a letter. And then you kind of gather information and everything here. It's pretty short form. So, what are you guys doing around your base with your boat and your train car that's up on a high rail and a workshop?
Well, all right. So we are currently beefing with who?
The Lost.
Okay, so...
And the blue coats are kind of up your ass, but not really. You don't know if Lord Skurlock has something to do with that or not.
I'm assuming that Lord Skurlock does have something to do with keeping the blue coats off our ass, so we want to continue that relationship. Yeah. So, as of right now, should we check the mail?
Yeah.
The letter. I wonder who it's from.
Yeah. Actually, Derek, your adept, walks up and he goes, "Hey, boss, I checked the dead drop, and we got, looks like 3 letters. So you got one letter that's in just a plain envelope, no filigree on it. You got one letter with a heavy wax seal on it, and then you got one letter that's in a yellowed old envelope. Which one do y'all want to open up first?"
I'm not supposed to be brains here, guys.
All right, Amy, I saw you disconnected there. You want me to repeat what I just went through?
Yeah, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh, no, you're fine. Just let us know if you need us to pause or anything. So you have 3 letters that your adept, Derek, who's kind of your direct assistant in making the drugs.
I'm only catching like every other word. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to try and switch to my phone and see if that's any better. I'm really, really sorry. Keep going, guys, and I'll catch up.
All right, you're fine. All right, so we have those letters. Between the 2 cutters who are here, what letter do you guys want to open up first?
I say the heavy seal because it might be from Lord Skurlock. We want to keep it.
I'm with you on that.
It is, in fact, from Lord Skurlock. And despite the fact that it is like 7 in the morning, because you guys are early risers in more ways than one.
Hey!
The letter says, "Good evening. I would have an audience with you should you see fit amongst your escapades to assist me in discreetly acquiring an asset which I'm unable to through conventional means. This would be a mutually beneficial enterprise, but there is no rush." And it is signed, in fact, Lord General Skurlock.
Boy, discreetly. That doesn't really cover me.
Okay. So, what would the next letter be? You've opened the one with the heavy wax seal. You have the plain one, and then you have the yellowed envelope.
What do you think, PG? This yellow one?
Yeah, I was thinking the yellow one.
All right. You open it, and you find a mostly burned itinerary and a set of pristine train tickets that is, through some sort of ghostly magical means, the exact number of however many of you there are here tonight. The train tickets, however, are in pristine condition. And the train tickets say destination Northport, which if you will look on your map, I have a little thing on top of. And the event says FI, and then you can't really read it except for a letter L and a letter B.
Fuck library.
And the rest of the itinerary is effectively burned. But you guys know that usually these things take place after dark and it's early in the morning. Specifically, you know this because the train ticket has a departure time of 5 p.m.
Looks like we got some evening plans, huh?
Yep.
All right. So, definitely going on the magical trip to Magic Land on a magical train with magic train tickets.
All right. And there is one last letter.
All right.
All right. You open it?
Yeah.
All right. It's a very finely written letter in that the script is literally chicken scrawl, but somehow BG deciphers it. And it says, "Greetings, scoundrels. My name's Juno. I have a proposition for you. I need 2 barrels of high-grade opulence, and I'll give you 4 a coin. Delivery's in 5 days. Early gets you a bonus."
That sounds sweet.
That's speaking more my language here.
Yeah. That's how I like my ladies.
All right. So, is there anything you would like to know about those? Because when you hear opulence, Miss Rain, you know that opulence has 3 ingredients of varying quality, and one of them is rare and regulated. You also know it takes 3 days to make from scratch.
Is it within my kind of skill set? Have I made opulence before? Like, would I know how to if we managed to get the ingredients?
You would have made low quality opulence before, but the ingredients are the same. It's just the quality of ingredients that necessarily makes it better or worse.
Okay.
So it is within your skill set.
What be these ingredients?
Okay. So for that, I will need you to go ahead and roll me a study roll, which you have 1 dot in, so 1d6, and tell me what the result is.
Okay. That is a 2. I got no idea.
Okay. You let's see, you're from the dagger. Okay. So Toxan, you know with a roll of a 2 that there are 3 ingredients and that one of them is highly regulated. And you do know that the main component is called Eruvium, which is a spice-like commodity from Arubia, and it is commonly found at the Imports and Exports warehouse downtown. And it is specifically stored there because the ingredients are volatile and likely to explode if exposed to the wrong elements. So it cannot be stored at the dock. The only other place you would know to get Eruvium with a roll of a 2 is in the pockets of Eruvian merchants throughout the city.
And then I have no idea what the other 2 ingredients are.
You vaguely remember that one of the ingredients glows, and that the other one is dangerous to acquire. But you can spend time, if this is the score y'all want to pick, gathering information before we get into the actual score.
Well, if it's 7 a.m., it sounds like we might have time. Well, it takes 3 days to make it, right?
Yep.
So
From scratch. Oh, there is one other thing you know, Lily, or Amy. And that is, actually, no, Draven would know this, not Amy. Because Draven was a beat cop and he might have tried to arrest some people for this before. Opulence is the drug of the super elite. So places like Brightstone and White Crown, where the real money's at, you might be able to find it in somebody's house.
But we could, if we wanted to try this out, we could head down to Brightstone or White Crown and scope out some houses.
Yeah.
Might be the quickest way of doing it.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to make it from scratch, but you might have to hit multiple houses to get that 2 barrels.
It just seems like a lot to me.
I've never known anyone to need 2 barrels before. I don't know what they're planning. That is a wild party.
So, you have 3 letters, 3 scores to choose from. Which ones intrigue you the most?
Well, thinking this through, it's 7 a.m. There are train tickets for a 5 p.m. thing that I think we might all be in agreement on. We should circle back on that. But then we have Lord Skurlock. There we go. I was going to get there eventually. We want to keep him in our good graces, though, for sure. So seeing as though there's something from him and he's keeping the cops off our back, I kind of think we might want to prioritize that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, he did say there was no rush.
Oh, yeah, he did say there was no rush, and it did say good evening, but we got it in the morning.
Yep.
I feel like the opponent's thing we can kind of run at the same time as something else. I mean, it's not like it won't take me 3 days, like 24 hours round the clock to do this. I could basically make it in my sleep by now. I just need to get my hands on the ingredients for it, which we can do if we're out and about.
So let's head out to help out homeboy Lordess. And while we're out, we'll score the materials that you need, drop it off, and then hop on our magical train.
Okay. So, before you head out, are you planning to gather any further information before you have an audience with Lord Skurlock about the drugs you need, anything?
If it's going to be on the way, I'd like to try and hit up some of my contacts that I usually kind of get ingredients from and just be like, hey, I need opulent stuff, and hope they don't ask me any direct questions.
Okay, let's see. So, would you be wanting to hit up Stasia, the apothecary, on your way out?
Yes, if it's good with you guys, I'm gonna go and hit up my girl.
Okay. So you go and you hit up Stasia, and Stasia will. Okay, so Stasia got a 3. So Stasia can tell you the names of the remaining ingredients, as well as vaguely where you might be able to find them.
Okay.
And so Stasia will tell you, darling, yes, you are looking to make opulence. I'm not even going to question it. The rich folk love the stuff. I don't have any right now. They kind of bought me out for some huge party they had going down in Brightstone tomorrow night. But you are looking for Eruvium, Temperance, and Spiro. Now, Temperance glows. You can just kind of pick it off the walls of Brightstone if you're bold enough. Eruvium you can buy. It's not necessarily heavily blocked off or anything. It's literally a food seasoning that explodes and that kind of gives a pop to anything you put it in. But be sure you get actual Eruvium and not this soothe stuff they're selling now. Eruvium is nutty in flavor and has a cinnamon scent, and this soothe stuff, it tastes like sand. Now, Spiro's where you're going to run into the problem. It's manufactured, an expensive painkiller. It's made from bark harvested out in the Deadlands and used to treat coal lung. Only 2 companies are able to produce it due to a railjack and whisper shortage preventing greater harvesting. And that's all she has for you.
Do you know where I could get some Spiro? Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet, you would have to make sure you were nice and quiet yourself. The only 2 places that make it are both over in Barrowcleft. For some reason, they decided to set up opposite from each other on the damn street.
You've been a darling as always. Thank you.
Welcome. Come by sometime when you have some rage. I'll buy some. I have some fighters who need it.
I will get on that after our latest project.
Have a good day. So, now that you know that, what else are you looking for? Is there anything that anyone else would like to gather information for? You can look over your contacts. You can see, generally what there is.
Do we have any idea what Lord Skurlock is looking to acquire?
He has not told you that. But you do know that he has a minor proclivity for the occult. You also know that it would be very strange for him to summon you for a personal audience, because normally he just sends out an envoy.
All right.
So whatever it is, it must be of some importance to him, important enough for him to see you personally. That or he just wants to see you.
No, does he miss us?
You've never met him.
So that's a no.
You moved in on his territory and sent him cash, and he went, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I want to keep him in our good graces. Well,
And as an added bonus, he used his connections with the Bluecoats to, generally speaking, make sure they don't bother you while you're in 6 Towers.
nice.
Does not help you outside of 6 Towers.
That's all right. Lord Skurlock loves us. The citizens love us. We vibing. Having a good time. As long as we stay at home.
So it looks like in order of priority, you guys are going to go after the Lord Scarlock score.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the side in your downtime, or just generally as a second score, you're going to try to go after the opulence. And then...
And that's in Brightstone?
One of the ingredients you can literally carve off the walls of Brightstone.
Okay.
But it's why it's called Brightstone, so you might have some trouble with that.
That's all right. I can handle it.
Yeah, you in fact know, BG and Draven both, you would know that because Brightstone is the affluent rich folks of the city, they specifically pay gardeners, occultists, and the police, the Bluecoats, to make sure that it grows strong and it grows bright and that nobody fucks with it. Because being bright is in.
Love that for them. Let's go steal their shit. Let's go fuck with their walls, guys.
Okay. And then, if possible, you want to get on that train tonight.
I definitely want to be on the magic train and platform 9 and 7/8.
The ghost train.
Fuck yeah, I'm getting on that train. I will leave y'all.
That's possible. All right, so you're heading to Lord Scarlock's now?
Let's go.
About 9 a.m. Get to Lord Scarlock's house, and the servant who answers the door goes, he's out at the moment. Come back later. Specifically, he won't be back until sunset.
No.
Okay, well, who are you? He might have left you a letter.
He did. That's why we're here.
No, like, he might have left instructions here for you, not just an invitation to come here, because you wouldn't have been able to get on the grounds without an invitation.
Got it.
We're the scoundrels.
Like, this servant is, like, trying his best to tell you guys, like, he's really not able to come to the phone right now.
He's in a meeting.
You guys are commoners trying to see a lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're well, he sent for us and said to come and see him.
Okay,
so I think you should let us in.
Give me that. Oh, right. The found. A puts the letter in his pocket. He goes inside, just behind the door, grabs a packet, like a parcel-sized packet, and hands it to you guys and goes, here. He knows y'all are early risers, his words. And he said to give you this if you showed up before sundown and to have you come back after sundown. He runs business during the day. He's not here. But, you know, he understands people don't have respect for time. So, anyway, there's your package. Shoot.
Okay. Well, you can tell we have plans tonight.
The door shut.
Well,
in your hands is a brown paper parcel package. It's about 2 inches thick and about 8 inches across. Kind of book shaped.
I feel like we should maybe not do this in the street.
probably a good idea.
Can I sniff it?
You can do whatever you want.
Now I'm gonna just get real close up on that paper and take a very deep sniff.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to roll me a survey, which for you is 1d6.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. Okay. D6. That was a 1.
All right. I need you to roll me another d6 and hope it's not a 1.
Okay. I can do that.
This is just to see if you crit fail at smelling paper.
Oh my god!
You're gonna die within the first half hour of the campaign. It's your game factor.
Great. It was a 2 this time.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to mark on your harm, level 1 harm, nausea.
For paper?
The package is repugnant smelling, like a high school jock strap that has been left to mold for like 6 months.
Great.
Like, even BG, who has been in blood, viscera, vomit, piss, and shit, is kind of like, that is a new type of horrible. Oh my god.
Taking fucking harm from smelling. Smelling paper nearly got me undead. Oh, I put smelling and you changed it to nausea. That makes more sense.
Okay, so do you guys want to open the package now? Do you want to try and score some drugs? What do you guys want to do?
Well, clearly I don't want to open the damn package. I really don't.
I think especially after BG's reaction to it, I definitely do not want to open this in public.
This is a reaction that you haven't even seen when you're making chemicals that you have to wear a respirator for. Like, BG decided to stick this up their nostril and gag.
BG, maybe you shouldn't smell things for a while.
All right, first of all, if someone hands you a book-shaped, paper-wrapped package, all right, I thought maybe it was a little happy go-go time. Okay, my bad. I misread the situation. Wasn't expecting jockstrap.
I mean, you can tell from like the firmness of it. It's not drugs.
I mean, I'm not usually getting drugs in the fresh off the brick. So
Oh, you stick with me.
this is a first.
We're gonna have a real good time together.
Hell yeah, I like this lady.
So you're thinking away.
Where does the Lord stay? Sorry, in area wise.
The Lord stays right there where that gold emblem is on your map.
Okay, so we're still in 6 Towers. I mean, we're right next to Brightstone if we want to go and try and steal some ingredients before we scarper home.
All right, so I'm gonna do something called a mini score then. So
I'm just throwing it out. I don't want to plan stuff if everyone else isn't down.
You guys down to stop through Brightstone before you head back to the house?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
Let's
going to
go
throw you
steal from some rich people.
So since we want to make this session run a little long, and we want to do multiple things,
David.
because this was going to be like 1, maybe 2 scores, or like 1 extra big score. I don't have, lore and world building behind any of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a mini score. You are currently in an alleyway in Brightstone. There is moss about 10 feet above you, and the Blue Coat Patrol just went by because Draven knows when their patrols are. What are you doing?
So it's literally the walls that surround this place?
You can literally go up to just about any building, and if you can get on the roof or the upper floors, because it's a lichen-like material,
Mm-hmm.
that's just growing on the sides of these buildings,
Mm-hmm.
you can attempt to steal it. It is broad daylight. There are people walking around. What is your load? Normal, you kind of look like a thief or a scoundrel, but nobody's really going to pay attention because you could also just be a mercenary. Light, you're very discreet. You look like an ordinary citizen. And heavy, you look like you're about ready to go to war.
I'm gonna take a light load.
As will I.
Okay.
Mine's normal because I cannot help but look like a criminal.
That's fair. That's fair. You are one.
I am in fact one, so I look like a criminal at all times.
Okay, so you either have to get into a house and up to its second story, or its attic, or its roof access, or you have to figure out how to get up there from down below. What you doing?
We use Draven as a distraction to pose as a blue coat, and then Toxan and I are going to sneak in. I will subdue everybody in the house. Toxan goes up to the roof, does a little scrapey scrape, and we're out of there in time for dinner.
I was going to suggest a distraction is good, but if we can just climb up round the back of a building where we're not going to be seen, and then we don't even need to go in. We don't need to be seen. There's no witnesses.
Is there alley access to these buildings that would
There is.
cover?
Okay, so Amy would have the most reference for this. This is like Old Town Sweeney Todd style London.
Love it.
So
Okay.
all the buildings are kind of stacked on each other, but there is like little alleys full of piss and shit running through everything.
I mean, I can squeeze in there.
Yeah, no, you can all fit in an alleyway. Like Draven right now is just posted up his lookout at the end of the alleyway, I think.
Yeah, I'm watching for the blue coats to be coming by again.
I would like to mark down my first load item, and I'm going to mark climbing gear.
Okay. So you prepared for this by bringing climbing gear, because as soon as Stasia told you, yeah, you're going to have to get it from the rooftops, you kind of went back to the base on your way around to Lord Skurlock and you just picked it up. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start a 4 o'clock. Let me just... So that is a 4 o'clock. Specifically, that clock is how many rounds you have before the blue coats come by again on their patrol. So what's everyone doing? Are you gonna...
I would like to try and kind of hook my rope up. I'm assuming I have like a grapple hook on it. I'm going to try and hook it up onto the roof and secure it enough as to either myself or BG can climb it and start scraping.
Okay. So for 2 barrels, you're going to need 2 load worth of this stuff. It's going to take you a good minute to gather that.
Yeah. BG, have you got like a knife or something sharp that I can use, please?
Every last one of you has a blade or 2.
Yeah. I specifically got 2. I damn sure got a blade for you, baby.
But yeah, so you climb up there, no problem. You don't even need to roll for it. You're a leech. You're used to climbing into places, and especially as someone who regularly gathers their own ingredients, you are used to going to weird places at weird angles. So you're up there and you're scraping?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's gonna be Toxan. I'm not climbing up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm used to this. I do this all. It's nice having like someone to watch my back or like catch me if I fall.
Okay.
I'm not used to that.
I wasn't planning on doing that either, but good luck.
So you are currently... We're going to say that's a... What do you think that would be to scrape it? A tinker roll?
I think a tinker, just to make sure that I get like the right part of it and don't like take too much of like the junk that I can't use.
Okay, so to get the amount you need, that clock is going to advance 2 sections.
Okay.
And then you still have to
with
get
tinker,
down.
I have 2 dots. That means I roll 2d6 and take the best.
Yes, 2d6 and take the best to determine what it will be. So 1 through 3 is going to be a failure. Double 1 is going to be a critical failure. Double 6 is critical success.
I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Okay, so we're going to take that 5, and that's going to be success with a minor complication. So that minor complication is going to be that the clock moves an extra step. So it took you a little longer than you expected to get the amount you need, and the blue coats are approaching. Draven, what are you doing?
I'm going to kind of pull back into the shadows and give a whistle to BG and kind of do the fingers to the eye thing of like, keep your eyes open. And I just kind of whisper, "They're coming."
All right, so I take that and I sprint back to the rope and I start kind of like shaking it and tugging it, trying to get Toxan's attention without like verbally saying anything, to kind of be like, yeah, get your ass down here. It's time to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna secure what I've got, hope that it's enough, and I'm gonna rappel down.
Okay. So about the time that your boots hit the ground with a little bit of a thud, 'cause you're a little heavier than usual right now. You're kind of maxed out on your load.
Mm-hmm.
Until you hand it off to someone, I don't know.
Split it. Give me half of it.
Right as you do that, the blue coats are passing by the alleyway, and your grappling hook is still up there.
I'm gonna hope that they don't notice it.
Where did that grappling hook come from? Oh my god!
If we're gonna, I'm just gonna be as silent as possible and hope they just keep walking.
Okay. So nobody wants to call for a flashback?
What have I got to call for a flashback?
Nah. Okay. So to explain the flashback to BG and Draven, mostly BG. So in Blades in the Dark, you don't plan ahead, you plan in reverse. So you call for a flashback. I determine if you take stress for it or not based on your character. And basically you say, okay, so flashback, before we came here, I paid off the guards or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's one of those, hey, that's me. Bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Yep.
Okay.
So, like, you guys came up with a quick plan. That's fine. Whatever. You had a vague idea of what you were doing going in. Here's the complication. The blue coats have noticed you, and they're kind of looking at you suspiciously, and they're about to start coming down the alley.
Can I flashback?
Okay.
I've thought of something. Sorry. Can I flashback? I want to find like a street urchin or two.
Uh-huh.
And basically said that I'll kind of hook them up, like I'll pay them or give them food or something if they'll cause a massive distraction if any blue coats come towards this alley before we leave.
Okay. So I'm gonna say they hit you up. The kids hit you in particular up beforehand, and they specifically asked if they could have your pistol.
My pistol?
Yeah.
Why do you want a gun? You're like 6.
They just said, pistol and no deal, lady.
I kind of like
I don't see this becoming a problem. I hand them my pistol.
Okay.
I like this kid's ambition. That's right.
So about the time that the blue coats turn into the alley and go, "Oi, you there!" You hear. You don't even have to take stress for it. You gave up your pistol. You no longer have your pistol.
Okay, but I do have the option for a second pistol, so I'm good.
I'm not even going to delete the pistol from the character sheet because they're easy to come by for you.
Amazing, thank you.
But you do have a tick of load, so you are moving a little slower right now because you're at full load.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So instead of stress, they ask for your pistol.
And honestly, when she came down, I would have reached for like one of, because it's 2 barrels, right?
Yeah.
I would have reached for one of them to help her move faster. So I would have taken that off.
Okay. So we'll say that load is split. So right as they hear, "Oi, you there!" You hear, and about 17 children appear over the walls of nearby roofs and balconies and just start pelting the blue coats with mud.
Nice.
Like, it's brown, it's liquid/solidy, and they're getting pelted with it, and you are not sure where the hell this kid got this ingenuity or what he's actually throwing.
Oh my god, we started an uprising of the urchins. I love it.
Let's get out of here.
I apologize. I forgot.
It's okay. They just made it. It's okay.
I spent the last hour cuddling my dog, so I'm having fun.
Oh, buddy.
What is that, a little rich boy?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was back at
We
your
just
base,
stole from your people.
cuddling his dogs. Yeah, you did. As a matter of fact,
He's
As a
got
matter-
noodles.
as a matter of fact, Valor, your house specifically now has a what shape would you say you carved into their roof? Rain.
Oh, it would have been an F. I would have taken an F for found.
Okay.
Yeah. Gang, gang.
It's a giant.
My roof.
It didn't
I
spot the area very
I deliberately chose this house to annoy him.
It's
And
because
so
we'll
that,
never
and so that when people, so that like when his like group of like high society people see him hanging around with us, they're gonna know that he's part of the found, and they're gonna disown him. And I was like, yeah, it's funny enough that I'm gonna do
Daddy's not
deliberately
gonna
to
like
his
that
house.
very much.
All right, we can resolve
And
that
then
later.
Papa's going to find out.
We can resolve that later. So you have successfully secured the temperance ingredient, the glowing lichen-like moss, off of the houses of Brightstone, and you are back at your base, and you have met up with Valor, who we were not expecting to show up at all because he's kind of flaky sometimes.
Not my house.
You had lots growing. You didn't need that much. And this gets us money.
Okay.
Daddy
also
also
kind of
gives
high.
us money. Daddy's not going to be happy.
Well, he doesn't need to know it was us.
There's a big F.
You don't know that.
How about we spend this? You're a target.
will be
They're
fine.
after you. That protects you from thinking you're in the fucking gang. And then
And also, we get to beat you up in public some point.
exactly. I love this. Can I stab him now or later? I'm sorry. You know I
We need to wait until we're like in front of people. Maybe it's a distraction.
I get
So it's at this point that you notice something. Valor, you notice the letters and the package that they're carrying that has replaced one of the letters. The letters are in mysterious mail if you want to read them.
A mysterious mail. Cool.
The other thing that you notice is they have 2 barrels of glowing moss. And what you guys notice is that it appears that like the equipment in the workshop or like the backpacks that your adepts use when they go out and gather ingredients and such for you, they all seem to be a little higher quality than you remember. And that is because when we last ended in an off-episode roll, Harrington got a 6 to see if Daddy's money could be used to improve the crew. And he managed to acquire better gear for your gang's cohort, and so they can gather a little better when it comes to getting
hey.
materials.
Rich boy came through.
Which is why, if you look on your sheet for the found, you'll notice that the cohort is elite adepts instead of just gang.
Mm.
Me? And you pissed off Daddy, I'm sure.
You wait till we find out who put that F up on that roof.
What?
We'll get them.
Yeah. You
Okay.
tell Daddy, we'll make sure we'll get them.
Okay.
So, that successful mini score out of the way. You guys opening that package? Or are you guys going to go try and secure some Eruvium and some Spiro?
Another play toy.
I love how I feel like this. I have absolutely no fucking idea what's going on, and it's in character.
So,
Hey, Rich Boy. Okay, do we open the package or do we go find these random ass things? You can
Hey, Rich
decide
Boy.
with no context.
Rich boy, sniff this package. Tell me what it smells like to you. Take like
Yeah.
a deep whiff.
Do
Let me
you
know what it
shove it in my face?
Yes, I do. Immediately.
I immediately like what? And I take a sniff.
Of course. Yeah.
Like not intentionally. Like someone walks up behind you and hits you with a, hey, does this rag smell like chloroform?
Sniff it.
roll me a
I'd be
dice.
like, what? Okay.
Roll me a d6 and let me know what you get.
2.
You take level 1 harm nausea because this makes you gag.
You know what? Can I, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna try and sniff it. I want to see if being around the chemicals has helped, and if they're just being wussies about it.
So before we get to that, I do want to say that Baylor, Mr. Claremont, the foppish bastard, you recognize this scent.
Of course I do.
It is not the jockstrap musky must that BG thought it was, because that's the worst thing BG could imagine. This particular wrap around this package smells almost like very old crypt wrappings of like the people whose bodies have been preserved.
Oh, that smells like the fucking tomb we have beneath the house. That's fucking foul. Where did you find that?
Wait, this is bodies? I'm sniffing bodies?
Well, it's whenever I went down there to fetch the spare wine, like we have our wine cellar, but sometimes we
Your
have
wine cellar is in
Color with your
No,
mausoleum.
No, we have a little bit of overflow. Sometimes Daddy gets a little too much shipment, so we have to stick it with the ancestors to watch over, is how he phrases it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But when I was grabbing a bottle, that's the kind of aroma I would get. I would immediately take a shower after retrieving one of those.
All right, so now that he's explained that, do you still want to sniff it? Because I'll let you.
I kind of want to.
Yeah, I send it. I want to sniff it. I want to smell the dead people.
You have 0 dots in survey.
Okay.
Unless you can convince me that sniffing this is going to be anything other than survey.
I would say that it's going to be study, because I want to figure out
Okay.
why they've used this particular wrapping, if there's anything, if I would know kind of why something would use this to be preserved.
Okay, so instead of using survey and taking 2d6 and taking whatever was the lower option, you're going to roll 1d6.
Okay.
You can push yourself for an extra die if you want. I won't
I
even
don't
make
need
you
to,
take.
because I rolled. I rolled, and that's going to be a 6.
A 6. Wow.
First crit of the campaign. Yeah.
So, just because I like having the chance of crits, go ahead, roll me another d6, and let's see how well you sniff
Come
this.
Holy shit, that's another 6.
Damn.
Okay. So
Hell yeah, I am all up on. I'm around chemicals all fucking day. I am sniffing all kinds of weird shit.
So this smells a lot like an oaky mushroom-filled casket where you might or might not have gathered some glowing green bugs or blue bugs from corpses before.
Yeah.
This wrapping, because you're a bit of a nerd, let's be honest, is at least 100 years old.
This is from some really old guy. Like, they don't. So if you look at the cloth, the way that it's woven, they don't weave it like this anymore. And it was like really, really long ago, before we had like the machines to do it. So you can see that it's all hand woven. So someone's dug someone up from 100 years ago, at least minimum, and used it to wrap. Does he want something from like a tomb?
You haven't opened the package yet.
Should we wait till we get back?
You're back at your base right now.
Oh, we are back at our base. Okay.
Yeah, because that's where you found Rich Boy, because while you three are early risers, Rich Boy rises late.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I have to cut
Yeah.
out my poodles.
I'm gonna really gently unwrap it. I don't want to damage the wrapping.
Okay. So, as a random inventory item, because you can add those if you hit the plus at the bottom. By the way, you can reset your load since we made it back. As a random inventory item, you gain mummified silk.
Ooh, okay.
It's
Awesome.
about a 10-foot bolt because it was heavily wrapped.
Okay.
And inside the package is a brown leather portfolio. Which I assume you open. And inside of that portfolio is a short letter describing a house that is up here in the night market area of town. I just put the gold dot there. And it specifically describes a compass-like object that should be found in the main parlor of the house. It describes the object as a compass that shows you your heart's truest desire at all times.
Jack.
And it is heavily rumored to be very, very haunted. Specifically, well, roll me a study.
Me?
You or whoever's looking at it.
Okay. And that's okay, 1d6, come on. That's a 1.
Okay, you have no clue other than there's a rumor that it's haunted.
He wants a haunted compass. I don't know.
There is a small letter accompanying, and he says, "Greetings. Since you see fit to not always respect my time, as is the nature of scoundrels in this city, I prepared this package for you. It details the item and the location at which it is available. Should you get me this item, I can provide you with access to my personal stash of Spiro that I have accumulated over my many years here, as I own a mine and use it to treat my miner's coal lung. As I'm sure you know, Spiro is an expensive and hard-to-get painkiller. Because of this, I suspect it will be of high value to your industries. Also, should you do this favor for me at your leisure, I will ensure that the Bluecoats in both Six Tower and Charter Hall know to specifically avoid you at all costs. That is as far as my influence can go, unless there is a personal matter that I might help you with. I'll know," and then he continues, "I'll know of your acceptance of this if you deliver the product. If you don't deliver the product, as long as it doesn't leave the city, there won't be any worry." That's it. That's the entire letter.
Do we do it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sounds like we could kill a
No
few
question.
birds with one stone.
Yeah. And it helps with our other matter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Spiral is the hardest for me to get right now.
Okay. So you guys want to gather information about this house or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So who has a contact in the night market for architecture that might know anything about this house? You can look over your character sheets.
That ain't me.
Hold on, I have a dog on top of me.
Nice.
Quick thing, where would Melissa the priestess be? Would that be night market? No.
Melissa the priestess would most likely be in Charter Hall,
Charter Hall.
because that is pretty much the government and like religious center of the city. If she is not, however, where she works, then you would find her in Silkshore.
Okay.
Where would my my buddy tavern owner be?
Where would your buddy tavern owner be? Why don't you tell me?
Night market isn't bougie, is it?
It's not bougie at all.
No, it wouldn't be in there.
So the night market is basically the opposite of the docks. The docks are active during the day. The night market is active at night.
It's a great spot for brunch.
And I just want to make sure I'm understanding this game right. I can just make shit up as I go along, right? Like making up a random mausoleum in my daddy's house.
Yep, it is player-driven fiction, and right now you're in the gather information stage, which is going to last about another 10 minutes at the most.
Mhm.
And then we will jump into tonight's main score, breaking and entering into a house in the night market.
If anyone doesn't know anyone, I can go and ask Daddy if he's got a contact.
This is true. You can ask for contacts if they know anything. Raven, BG, any of your contacts might know something.
Wait, where would contacts be? Is that a different list than dangerous friends?
Yeah.
The ones with the up arrows are good people.
Yeah, I have a murderer. I'm not quite sure that that's the best help for this occasion.
You can have neutral contacts.
I don't have anyone on this list that would be a neutral contact for architecture.
You can also just make one up.
I know Bob. Bob does house. Bob be building houses. So
I do know of Bob. He's the
Bob
architect.
the carpenter.
In the night market.
Bob, the builder of houses.
Bob, the builder of establishments. Yes.
Bob the
You all know Bob, huh?
You all know a strange man named Bob, specifically because he actually works in Charter Hall, but he is the city's architectural foreman. Because
He always has his yellow hard hat.
Well, no. He's more of a white collar employee. Because this city is so old and it's basically been built upon itself, and different districts have different ages. They need someone to make sure that, everything works together and that you're not going to accidentally have someone's old cobblestone house crumble on someone's new terracotta house.
So Bob's not an architect. Bob's an engineer.
Correct. Bob is an engineer and he works in Charter Hall, but he would be able to get you access to those should you give him time. So you can either... Who knows Bob the best amongst you?
I feel like that would be more of a rich boy contact than a hardened criminal contact.
Probably so, but Bob's a public figure.
So I definitely don't know Bob in the streets. Oh, maybe I do know Bob well.
So, the rich boy, would you say it's consort or sway to convince Bob to make this a priority for you?
Well, can I talk shit to make this a consort. So a consort would be like background friends, rivals. Oh, rivals. How does this house in particular have like elegant architecture?
So this house in particular is very old, but
Oh,
very sturdy, and it takes up a very large plot.
has there been any recent construction on this house?
There has, in fact, been recent construction that you can see just in passing by, because I assume you guys are going to scope it out as far as gather information goes. Probably would have sent BG for that.
Okay.
So BG is going to report back that there is some new construction. It looks like their chimney is falling apart, and they currently have it just kind of scaffolded up to hold it in place.
Does it look like there is any interior renovation going on?
No.
Not whatsoever.
No.
Okay. So when I want to talk shit to Sway, well, not Sway, Consort, this man, do I just go for it? Is it just like boom and I'm having a conversation with him?
Well, let's say that while everyone else was out scouting the location and possibly gathering Eruvium, if that's what they want to make rolls for, because that's, something they can just buy. Let's say you decided to wander over to Charter Hall around lunchtime, because it's probably around 12:30 or noon right now. And you happen to find where Bob was having lunch. And you just did that thing where you go, Bob, I haven't seen you in ages.
All right. Okay. So, Bob, do you know about what's the name of the house? I'm thinking Charter Hall for some reason. It's not.
So it's in Night Market, and this is specifically the Gaddock House.
Do you know of the Gavik House? Do you know who the architect in charge of the architect and engineer in charge of the restoration of the chimney are?
Well, yes, I in fact do know. It unfortunately is me. For some reason, they have decided that they cannot restore the house to its proper glory without very specific stones. And so they've been holding us up on construction next door for 3 months because they just won't get it done.
It's always the architects that they have to have it look a specific way, even though it's not functionally possible or feasibly possible. That's a hazard at this point, correct?
Yes, it is. And I would love it if someone would take it off my hands. I don't care if you build it, finish it, or collapse it. Hey, you, I heard about that big F on your roof.
Do you know? Because I am going to rain hellfire upon them.
Well, word is there's this new gang called The Found that's marking their territory all over the place. I would watch your back. There's some pretty hardcore drug dealers in this town. They're already feuding with the Lost for some reason. I don't know. Bazo makes a storm every time he comes to lunch here. Speaking of, I would suggest you get out of here soon because he'll be here.
Honestly, but say I might know a group of people that could take care of your issue if you could give me a little bit of information on that house in particular.
All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, look, it's an election year, and I need three projects to go really well, and one of them is being held up by this house. So I have the plans for those cobblestones in my office, 2 blocks over. You can just go right in and grab them. My secretary is not going to say nothing. We know you. We love you. So if you can take care of this problem for me, which will allow me to build the new 7-story silver tower next door that somehow got approved, don't ask. I'm pretty sure it's political.
It's fucking architects, man.
Then I would actually be willing to do you a favor in the future.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll see what I can convince. I mean, destruction of property is a very strong aspect of this group that I'm thinking of. But nonetheless,
Now, out of curiosity, for my trouble, because Bazo's literally at the door and you're about to have to walk out past him and he's pissed off at you and I know it.
dude.
Out of curiosity, what are you going to do to grease my palm on this up front so that I can say I don't know you?
Up front,
It is at this point you
okay.
can roll.
So you see, okay, continue because I was about to ask that exact question.
It is at this point, if you wanted to roll consort or sway or whatever you think is an appropriate skill there, you can choose your next words carefully.
I'm going to go with consort because
Okay.
I personally know exactly how much engineers fucking hate architects. And I feel like the dogging on architects would have bonded us.
It probably would have. It probably would have.
Okay, so that is 3d6?
Yes, you will roll 3d6 and take the highest.
Okay, I'm using my tiny dice. They're so cute.
Okay, and let me know if you roll 2
5.
6s. Okay, so your highest is 5.
Highest is 5.
So we're going to say the minor complication is Bazo knows that you're here. So the Lost now know that you, in particular, frequent Charter Hall.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be caught there after dark because they might go looking for you one day.
Perhaps.
But you get to his office, you get the plans for the house, you guys know the layout. You know that these guys don't really hire security because they're merchants, not really like they're well-to-do merchants, but they're not like flaunt my wealth merchants. They're more tradition and heritage and respectable, keeping up appearances merchants.
Mm-hmm.
They don't try to fly above their station.
Okay. And then now do I like re-relay information?
Well, it is at this point that we will go into the score.
Okay.
You guys have the plans. So what is your plan of attack? You have the broken chimney that actually one of you might be able to slide through into the house. You have the back door. And you have the front door. And there is a
really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go into that, while Vader was seeing Bob, can I have rolled to see if I can find Irivium?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me. What do you think would make sense to be looking for Irivium? You can either go into Charter Hall with him and just split off and kind of barter your way for it.
Yeah.
Or you could just find a merchant on the street and mug them.
I'm gonna go into Charter Hall with him. I'm gonna use Sway to see if I can convince someone to give me a good enough deal on enough of it to make 2 barrels worth.
Okay. So go ahead, roll me a d6.
Oh, it's a 2.
Okay. So do you want to push yourself for that extra die? This will be a 2 stress push.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking either that or it's going to be a case of I just reject I take the stress and reject whatever bad things come. No, I'm going to push myself. I'll take 2 stress.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a second dice and hope it's
that's a 5. It is a 5. We're good.
So that is a 5. So you do manage to find someone who is willing to part with a sizable cache of Irivium. The minor setback is you have to buy it legally, which means you have to sign for it. So there will be a record of this transaction.
Can I forge a name?
Would that be a tinker roll?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Come on. A 2 and a 4.
Okay, so with a 4, the person who sees you signing your name on this purchase order notices your hand's a little shaky and smudgy, and they just kind of look at you and frown. And they still give you the Aruvium, but they know that like you're not being completely
Not my real
honest
name.
with you.
Yeah.
They know you're not being completely honest, and so you're probably going to get like put on a list to like be watched for if you ever try to shop here again or anything like that. They don't necessarily know your real name,
Yeah.
but they are suspicious of you.
Okay. I can deal with that.
So there's no major consequences. It's just you basically have burned a bridge as far as your sway and consort in Charterhole goes.
Yeah. It's okay, we got rich boy.
Okay, so you scored enough Arubium, so now all you need is the Spiro, which you can get if you get this compass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does anyone need a break before we go into the score? We've been going like an hour.
I wouldn't mind a break.
Yeah, break be good.
Okay, 5-minute break, cameraman.
There's a lake I know.
Are we live yet, Nick? Okay, so I'll just repeat that just in case it was missed. So we are at the stage in the score where you are choosing a plan. Your plan is where are you entering from? You have all of this stuff. You know the entire layout of the house. You know where the parlor is. You should be able to find the compass easy peasy. So are you taking the servants' quarters entrance, the back door, the front door, or are you going to try and squeeze your way in through a broken chimney?
You said one of us would be able to squeeze.
Yeah, one of you might be able to.
Is that like a specific person, or like one person could make it down the chimney?
Well, if BG tries to go, the chimney's going to get clogged. If Draven goes, the chimney probably would be able to support it. If Rain goes, there shouldn't be any problems. And if you go, you're going to ruin your coat.
I don't want to do that. Absolutely not.
And you can take multiple entrance patterns if you really want.
Yes, please do split the party.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, never split the party.
So I will say, since you're doing this in broad daylight, unless you guys want to wait till night, you would be in a risky position.
Risque. What y'all think? Wait.
Do we want to
Nighttime?
wait?
I say wait.
Yeah, I'd vote.
Okay.
So if we wait, we're gonna miss the magical train. Did the magical train ticket say today? Can anyone recall if it said that
No,
it was
there was
today?
no day on the.
Oh,
No, I think
All
we're
right, then.
good. I think we can just go whenever.
all right. If anybody wants to maybe hit up a bar real quick, take the edge off while we wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get drunk before doing a heist. What could go wrong?
Nothing. How do you think I'm so successful? Whiskey and bitches.
Okay. So after you guys go drinking and are mildly sober, your goal for this, I'm gonna say, because it works by we set a goal, and then you guys choose what action you're gonna use, and then I set the position and effect, and then we see how successful this score is gonna go.
Chris, you're leaking again.
Yeah, wicked.
So, what is your goal in breaking into this house?
To find the compass.
Okay.
And
So
destroy it if possible. The
So
house.
these are merchants, right?
yeah, these are merchants.
Can there be side goals?
Yes, there can be side goals.
I want to dig up blackmail information.
Okay.
Didn't we say above that we were just going to collapse the place?
The chimney, not the place, the chimney.
Okay.
I mean, if we collapse the whole thing, the chimney goes too.
I feel like he would have a problem with that. Because that takes the project he wants to do and puts that behind reconstructing a building. A chimney can get fucked, no one really cares. Just be like, oh, this chimney's fucked, we're gonna go ahead with this construction while we wait.
Plan B, we just take down the whole place. Plan A, we will try and get the chimney down. But I mean, sometimes you slip, sometimes things make a bigger boom. Oh, I just picked up a load of spice that goes boom. I can sacrifice some.
I'm happy with a little bit of collateral damage.
If we wait till night, the people are definitely going to be in the house, though.
That is a toss up.
So, do y'all care about killing these people?
No.
I'd rather not. I'd rather make everything look like an accident.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll stab him in an accidental angle. Fine.
Well, you can tell who's been hanging out with Mercy.
Leave her out of this.
Not a chance.
Oh. So you have two goals. The first is to steal the compass. And the second is to collapse the chimney, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to say who's on stealing compass and who's on smashing chimney.
Which
Draven will go.
would require the most people to get stabbed.
Probably stealing the compass.
All right, I'm on compass duty. Let's go.
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna be better for wrecking than I am for sneaking. I'm not. Yeah, I'll go wreck the chimney.
Okay. So you're going to wreck the chimney.
Draven's
BG.
on chimney.
Okay. So Draven is assisting you, or is Draven the head and you're assisting him? Because it looks like you both have one in wreck.
Your honors, my lady.
I will take the lead.
Okay, so when we get to that, you're going to roll 2d for that because he's assisting you.
Ooh, awesome.
So does that put our lovely rich boy on stealing?
I am on stealing, yeah. Who's on first?
Okay. So my question is, what action are BG and Baylor going to use to steal this compass?
I am on backup, fucked up duty. So people have found us. I want to talk my way out.
Okay. BG, what are you planning to use to steal this compass?
Brute force. They can get the fuck out of my way and let me get their shit and keep their lives, or they can get in my way and die. It's pretty simple.
Skirmish. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've chosen your goal, you've chosen your action rating. You waited till night, so I'm going to say you are in a controlled position, which will get you 1d to see how complicated this will get. And I would say your effect, well, if you succeed, are you dead set on murdering them or not? Or is it just kind of, if it happens, it happens?
Yeah, I'm not going in there with the intent of murder, but if they get in my way, they will die.
Okay, I will put that as a standard effect. And then you get assistance through deal. Okay. So in order to see how this goes and how complicated it's going to be going in, what entrance are you taking?
Take the back door.
Okay.
That was more of a up to like extra input, not a final decision.
Okay.
I'm
Anyone
saying
else?
back door.
I mean, I'm all for it. That's pretty much what I was going to pick. Because you said it was front door, back door, or what?
There's a servant's quarters, or you could try linking your way in through the chimney. I will say the chimney is direct access to the parlor, where the compass, is.
So we can go through the chimney. I'm bigger than Rich Boy, so he would have to be the one to go through the chimney if we did it that way. Servants' quarters is always a great idea, because I'm pretty sure I can just tell them, it depends on how strong their loyalty is, but maybe we could just tell them, like, hey, keep quiet and keep your lives. How close is the servants' quarter to where we need to go?
It is at the back of the house. You would have to go through the kitchen and 2 other rooms to get to the parlor.
What's the closest access to the parlor besides the chimney?
Front door, you would go through the foyer and then into the parlor. But going into the front door would change you from a controlled position to risky because the front door is on a main street, even if it is night.
I say we still take the stealthy. I'm not going down the chimney. I cannot get these fine threads damaged.
Yeah, it sounds like something you'd say.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go. So side door or servants' quarters?
Ooh, side door.
Okay, so you all go in through the side door. So it is at this point I need y'all to roll. Since Harrington's not really assisting you, you're going to get, let's see. You just get your 2d6 in skirmish to see if you can brute force your way to the compass. And while you are brute forcing your way to the compass, Rain, you get to roll 3d6 to see how effectively you blow up their chimney.
Let's do it.
All right. So I roll 2d6 and take the best out of the two?
Yep.
4.
I feel like I should probably wait until I see the other two come back out so that I can blow the chimney and run. So I'm going to hold off for now. I just want to be perched here as like extra surveillance as well. And then when I see them leave and we're clear, I'll blow the chimney.
So, BG,
Yeah.
you got a 4. You have successfully made your way into the parlor, but upon entering the parlor, you ran into the master of the house, and he is running to grab a long gun from the wall.
Kill.
Yeah, I'm going to go in with a full-blown fucking baseball sliding into home base to take out his ankles. And then he's getting a knee to the back of the neck.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I'm going to need another 2d6 from you to see how successful you are.
All right. Yeah, that's a 6, baby.
Awesome. You definitely get that. He got a 4, so he's going to get a shot off, but it's going to miss you.
Awesome.
And he is tackled to the ground. The long gun is still in his hand. Outside, you hear the gunshot.
I'm taking the gun.
Can I flashback really quick?
Okay, what is your flashback?
I'd like to have had like a kind of group huddle before we went in. So obviously things might, if we run into people and things go down, we need a signal to know if someone needs help or if we need to cut and run. And then if any noises come out, we don't do anything until we hear the signal.
Okay, so your flashback is everybody learned a signal. Okay, does everyone agree to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no qualms.
Okay, you do it. No stress taken.
Cool. So I'm going to be listening out for the signal after hearing the gunshot. And if
Okay.
I don't hear it, I'm just going to hold the position.
Okay, so you have successfully disarmed him, and he is cowering beneath you, saying, just take whatever you want.
Flashback.
Okay, flashback.
I want to disguise myself. I feel as though I am like the lowest ranking of like public face in the fucking that we have. And I do not want to ruin my appearance, so I feel like I have a still fucking decadent, but it's my heist outfit.
Okay, so How much load are you taking for this?
How much load can I take?
You can take light, normal, or heavy. The difference is light is very discreet and no one will necessarily question where you're going, what you're doing. Normal is a little bit on the risky side. Nobody's going to out and out look at you funny, but the people who know. And heavy, they know you're going to go do some dastardly shit.
I feel like he's not super smart, so I'd say light. So like a different overcoat and like a full blown like mask, like
Okay.
maybe some gloves.
So I'm going to tick that you brought your fine disguise kit on
Okay.
your load. You have 2 more items that are in non-italics that you could use. And so you have your fine disguise kit, you're in disguise.
I would say I would have brought the cane. Wow.
Gotcha.
Just to have. I don't plan on using it, but just to have. Just
Okay,
to have.
I'll go ahead and tick that off.
Yeah. And does that use this item or can they be reused?
So these items are just things you have. They're typically easy to come by for you in your particular role. And so what you're basically saying is this is what I'm carrying on me versus this is everything I own.
Okay, so got it. So I'm not gonna have to go out and like if I drop the cane sword, I'm gonna have to get a new one. But like using it here doesn't like.
It's not one and done. No.
It's not a one and done.
Correct.
Okay.
Currently, Rain over there needs to reacquire a pistol at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
I know people. I can get another pit. I have a backup. It's not my favorite. It's a bit rusty. We're fine.
Okay. So, BG, what you doing? You have a gun. It's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And he's cowering and saying, just take whatever you want.
Did I successfully get my knee into the back of his neck?
Oh, yeah. No, he's pinned.
What's he wearing?
A leather worker's apron. He just got home from work and was drinking a fine cup of whiskey before he got undressed for the day.
Is it like a high quality leather apron?
No, it's just your standard merchant leather apron.
That's okay. Is it one of the ones with the loop around the neck?
Yes.
Great. All right. So, gonna reach under him, grab the apron, flip it around backwards, and twist all of the like meat of the apron so he's got that loop around his neck. And I'm gonna drag him through the house using it, essentially as an insurance policy that I get what the hell I need out of this house, and that he's not going to double back and try to harm me in some way. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's very loud, and the rest of the family now knows you're there. But
Wait, how is it loud? It was just flipping an apron.
You're dragging a man through the house.
Oh, yeah, he would be fully up. Right. Okay, you're right. Flashback.
Right, what is your flashback?
You're right. I forgot about the fact that the rest of the family is. Do I have anything on my person that could? Because I want to keep him silent. I guess I could just go with the flat out threat that, like, if you make noise, I will kill your entire family.
Oh no, it's not so much that he's like saying anything or that he's gagging on while being choked out by his own apron. It's that you're dragging him. So
well, when I say drag, I didn't mean like drag his full body. Like he's upright. I'm mostly leading him. Basically, he's on a leash right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, I said dragging him. It's more leading him, using the apron as kind of like almost a noose around his neck and leading him throughout the house.
Okay.
A little metal. Okay. I see you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you find the compass because you just kind of drag him around and you eventually find it. It matches the picture / description that you had in the dossier that you definitely memorized before coming here.
Totally.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and grab that compass?
I want him to do it. Just
Okay.
because there's some weird enchanty thingy on it.
Okay. He reaches in and grabs the compass.
Thanks. And I'm taking him with me. For science.
Where?
Okay. So, I need you to roll me. I need you to roll me an insight roll, which is going to be 1d6 to see if you can resist this harm just on natural instinct.
Okay.
Are you taking him or are you taking the compass from him?
Well, I'm taking him and the compass because I don't know what knowledge that we need. I wasn't bringing him back to ourselves. I was going to dump him over a ridge somewhere on the way.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Rolly time. Roll it. Fucking fuck. That's a 2.
That is a failure. So you start dragging him out of the house, and Baylor, you can see this from your kind of hanging back stance.
Mhm.
This man's eyes have turned black, and he just threw BG across the room.
Oh, fuck.
BG, you're going to take level 1 harm concussion.
Shit. So, above table, quick question. How does this work with my special ability? Because now I have 2 level 1 harms.
So, your special ability is you're going to heal faster from harm. So, during downtime, when you spend the time to heal, you will heal faster.
Got it.
Right now, you are 2 level 1 harms, so you are less effective. So, everything you roll is going to be -1 die.
Fucking fuck. Cool. Can someone heal a bitch real quick?
Not how it works. So, what you guys doing? You have a black-eyed leather worker who is holding the compass that you need for Skurlock, and he is pissed at you.
Shoot, kill. Can I? Can I? There's really no like bullshit talking. He's full possession.
You don't know.
It looks full possession. Fuck it. I don't want to get blood on my nice clothes.
I'm gonna remember this, Richie Rich.
I'll smack him. Fuck it.
Okay. So. Okay, you're gonna smack him. Outside, what you doing? You just heard a huge yell, a huge thud shortly after a gunshot, and you just watched Richie Rich walk in with his sword out.
No.
I still haven't.
It still came.
I haven't heard the signal. I don't know anything's wrong. We agreed.
Oh yeah, fuck the signal.
What is the signal?
What are you doing?
You tell me. Make a noise.
Shit's fucked.
So upon hearing shit fucked comes
I fully believe that we'd come up with like the nice, like subtle, like it's not gonna be out of place, and Richie Rich is just fully went the like panic mode.
Yeah. Like there's an actual like it's like a bird song or some shit, but
All right.
That
Alright.
shit's fucked.
So you hear shit's fucked. What you doing?
Raven is making a beeline for whichever door Richie Rich just went through.
Okay. So the back door.
Yep.
Okay.
And I see him. He's not cornered, but he's in a confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have heard him say he doesn't want to get his hands bloody. So
No, that's internal monologue right there.
gotcha. And I'm gonna walk right up and just punch this thing.
Okay.
Punch this guy.
So
Right in the face.
what you rolling?
I was gonna do skirmish.
Okay.
2d6.
Yeah, 2d6. You want to push yourself? Take 2
why
stress,
not?
get an extra die.
Why not? I will do that. I'll mark off 2 stress
So you're really trying to hurt this dude.
and 3d6. Ooh. Yeah, I got a 6, a 5, and a 4. I rolled in the room.
Awesome.
Roll
So with that 6, where are you punching him? Tell me what you do.
I was going right for his face. I just walk in and I kind of push Valor out of the way and just punch this guy right in the face.
Okay. With a blow that would have knocked a normal man on his ass cold, this man's neck is snapped to the side and he stumbles back 3 feet, and then his head snaps right back to you.
I hate it.
And
Sorry.
there is a very, very bloodied up lip. Probably broke his jaw, but he's still smiling at you.
Is there like an initiative, or can I just say and do shit?
You just say and do shit.
Okay.
Can I really quick? Is there any blue coats coming? Can I see it? I've stayed up on top of the roof as a lookout. Can I see any blue coats? Anyone rushing to see what all this noise is?
A couple alleys over, you can see lanterns coming your direction.
Shit.
You know that they're going to be here pretty quick.
Okay, I'm going to toss my cane sword. It's still fully sheathed. He had no intention of like trying to cut or anything like that. He just wanted to bap over to fucking Dave. What's your character's name?
Graven.
And just like, you can probably get better use out of this than I can. And yeah, he will. In the blueprints, would there have been a area that's like specified study?
Yes, there would have. It's actually the next room over.
I'm gonna call out so that it doesn't look like I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm gonna be like, I'm going to try and find information. I trust you have this handled. And I'm going to run into the study and look for any ledgers.
Okay.
Ledgers, information, transaction receipts, stuff like that.
Are you gonna take your time doing this, or are you gonna just try and do it real quick because shit's fucked?
I'm gonna immediately run towards the desk and try and grab basically anything directly on the desk. Will be stuff I grab, and then I'm not gonna like canvass the entire room, but I will check the desk drawers for false bottoms.
Okay, roll me a survey. 1d6.
1d6. 6.
Okay. You find a false bottom under the right-hand drawer, and you gain 1 coin.
I'll take it.
So on your personal sheet, you get to mark 1 coin.
Boom, coin. Is that the coin spot?
No.
Did I do it right?
No, it's there. The black spots are your stash.
We're y'all let you do it. Okay.
There you go. Okay. BG, what you doing?
I've just been flung across the room.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I am very angry. So I'm assuming. Let me check my fucking inventory. Because now I'm strapped the fuck up.
So because it's night, you came in heavy.
I came in fucking. So I pulling up my little character sheet thingy, but I'm pretty sure that I've got guns available, correct?
You do. You do have guns available.
But if I shoot them, I'm drawing more attention. Coats rows over. Okay, so I'm going to use my blade and go in for. If I'm on the ground, he's standing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to go in for like an Achilles heel type action.
Okay. Roll me a skirmish.
Skirmish. So that's 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
No skirmish. That's 5.
Okay. You successfully stab through his boot into his heel. You can't really see where you stabbed, but you vaguely know it's probably some essential for walking and standing tendon.
Yeah.
And you almost cut through it, but the knife gets stuck. It seems to have hit a bone.
Cool.
There
Does
is
it affect his ability to stand?
There is no reaction.
Ah, shit. Fuck. All right.
Raven's gonna kick his ankle that she just cut.
Skirmish.
Thanks, buddy.
Bum, bum, bum. A 5 and a 3.
Okay. You kick his ankle. The knife falls out. No reaction.
How close are the? How long do we have roughly before blue coats are at the house?
Well, the blue coats, because the noise is kind of just more scuffling right now, the blue coats are searching nearby alleyways to see, if anyone's there, but they haven't quite pinpointed where you are.
Can I mark off a load that I've taken?
Sure.
I want to have, like from my chemicals and tinkering and things, I want to create like either like a flashbang or like firecracker, something that's going to make a lot of noise but not really do any damage.
Okay. So
and I'm gonna.
You were saying?
Sorry, I'm gonna I want to try and throw it like far enough away that it's like in an alley. It lands like in an alley somewhere and makes a lot of noise there to try and draw them away from where we are.
Okay, so loud chemicals are easy enough to come by and make. So we'll mark off that load for your bandolier of alchemicals. Cool. You have 3 of these flashbangs. Cool. What are you using to throw?
What am I using to throw? I guess I want to try and kind of slingshot it. So I have a gadget that is basically a modified slingshot.
Okay, so you have a gadget, which is another tick of load that is a modified slingshot. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's see if you hit a roof or if you get it in the next alleyway over. Roll me. You're not gonna like this. You can either roll. What do you think it is?
I know what I think you think it is, but I want to see if I can convince you it'll be a skirmish because it's, and I'm aiming for a very specific target. I've seen, I feel like a dick saying this. I've seen a rat that I'm going to try and aim at, and therefore I'm attacking the rat, and therefore it's a skirmish and not a finesse.
Okay, so you are aiming this flashbang at a rat to try and cause a commotion.
Fuck that rat.
Really bad. Fuck the rat.
Okay, so At this point, I'm going to offer you a devil's bargain.
Oh, okay.
So you will take 4 stress.
Over stress. Okay.
You automatically
But
hit the rat. No roll.
oh, that's a lot of stress. Can you remind me, like in a downtime, how much stress I'm able to get rid of?
So in your downtime, you will roll whichever of insight, prowess, and resolve you have the least of, which they're all equal.
Yeah.
And you will take whatever the highest is and you reduce that much stress.
Okay.
And you do that by indulging in your vice, which is pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the devil's bargain. I'm gonna take the stress.
All right. You don't have to
Because
roll
we
for
need
it.
this to work.
You don't roll for it. Your aim is true. The spirits align around you. It's like freaking auto aim. You're aim button this thing. You nail that rat with your flashbang.
Did it work? Are they going there?
There is a loud bang and a loud flash, and a rat's head comes flopping onto the main street, having been blown clean off, and the bluecoats bypass the alley where you are perched and run past. You successfully distracted them.
Oh, we need to get this compass.
Nice fucking job.
I'm gonna hold position and just keep an eye on the blue coats and hope that they've got it covered inside.
So, Draven,
Yes.
the leather worker, is pulling a hammer from his belt and swinging for your head. You gonna take it or resist?
Oh, I'm gonna resist.
Okay. So let's see what you would do. How are you going to dodge this blow?
Let's see. I'm actually gonna put my arms up and kind of cross them a little bit and try to catch his blow, and
Okay.
spin down with my wrists, lock his in, and try to disarm him of the hammer.
Nice.
Okay. So that's going to be skirmish to resist. So we're going to go with your prowess.
Oh,
So roll me 2d6 to see if you resist this.
yeah. Got 2 1s.
Okay.
Damn.
So you're going to take level 1 harm, broken arm.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
You don't even really know it's broken yet. The adrenaline hadn't gone away.
All right.
However, you could push yourself and activate your not to be trifled with to resist that harm, get another dice to it. You would take 2 stress, but I would say that you can take that 3rd dice and just whatever it is, as long as it's not a 1, you'll succeed.
All right. I'm gonna do that. I think that's a better idea than a broken arm.
Yeah, I would say so.
More. So 1 more d6.
Yep.
A
That is
5.
a 5. You successfully resist that harm. You do
All
not
right.
have a broken arm.
Perfect.
That counts as a feat of physical force because you are fighting a seemingly ghost-possessed man.
He's a ghosty boy.
Okay.
And then I just
Everyone else?
yell out. Yell out real quick. Somebody help me with this.
Okay.
Can I run in from the other room? So I want to.
Yeah, there's no order to this. It's just chaos.
Okay. I want to take one of the drawers specifically, dump out all the contents, and bring it into the room with me.
Okay.
And
We'll say it's the one with the false bottom.
okay, perfect. Yeah. Toss that on the ground. Then I want to flash back to before the heist.
Okay.
And I want to, like, it cuts. Valor's sitting there petting his dog. He's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. These are your friends. They're not going to let anything happen to you. They're going to protect you. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And I would like to fully launch my entire body at this motherfucker. And
damn.
try and just knock him enough to where he's slightly off balance when the people who can actually do shit can do shit.
Okay. What are you rolling for that?
I will. Can I do finesse? Because my object is not to harm him, but to off kilter him.
Sure. I'll say so.
So that's just
Roll me a
one.
d6. Yep.
That's a 4.
Okay. So you succeed with a moderate consequence. So describe to me how you're approaching him.
I think this is like I run into the room, I have the thing, and I like toss it onto the ground so that makes a noise. So he turns and looks at that, and I just body check him.
Okay.
Shove my shoulder into his back.
Okay. So you succeed, but you go down with him. Take level 1 harm bruised.
Is the nausea still there or no?
The what?
The nausea I got from smelling bad box.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't taken time to deal with your nausea.
Okay, got it. Just a nauseous boy.
Yeah, you've been kind of queasy all day ever since smelling it.
Honestly,
Reminds you too much of getting drunk. Which normally isn't a problem, but this is off of Daddy's wine.
it's off of Daddy's wine. Yeah. Daddy's wine will get you.
Yes, yes, it will. All right. BG, Rain, y'all doing anything?
All right, I heard BG. Sorry, I sent a message saying I went to the bathroom.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I just didn't get to it yet. So this guy has been knocked over. He has a hammer in his hand and a compass in the other. His eyes are still black. He's got a broken jaw, and he's looking like he's on his last leg as far as whatever is taking a hold of him, because he's starting to ooze black sweat.
Okay.
So Harrington has him knocked prone. What are you and Amy doing? Because Amy just successfully distracted the cops and got rid of them.
All right, so he's knocked prone. I'm probably gonna try to behead him. Just go for it with both knives. Try to do like a little double slashy neck type of dealio. Because hopefully, with no head, he'd be a lot less dangerous.
What?
Okay.
No head?
Okay. So you go to do that, and he collapses. Before you get to him, he just collapses and goes limp.
Sweet. I'm snatching the compass and getting the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Put it in the box. Put it in the box.
Okay. BG, I need you to roll me a resolve. So
Oh, shit, I shouldn't have touched the fucking compass.
Oh my god, you're gonna get possessed.
That's why I didn't touch it first. God.
At the box.
Oh, I'm gonna be really sad if I have to kill you, Chris.
Okay, I gotta roll what?
2d6 resolve,
2d6.
but it's 1d6 because you're injured.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's 2d6, but we'll discuss it.
All right. Dude, hopefully. What?
Come on.
I know you can you hear me like aggressively shaking these? Like the longer I shake it, it makes my odds better. 4. Well, I got a 4 and a 1, so.
Oh
you
no.
successfully resist, take 3 stress.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
You just fought off a demon possession.
I'm beefy as fuck, boy.
By pure force of will and luck.
Not today.
So it is at this point that I, as the GM, am going to call a flashback and say, did any of you actively study the portfolio that Skurlock sent you about this compass?
I feel like Rich Boy would have. Rich Boy wants to do more planning.
Okay, and so you.
I feel like I probably would have as well, just for the nerdy aspect of it, that this is a new cool thing to study.
BG Damper did not.
So BG, would you have paid attention at all when they were discussing what they found?
Probably not. No.
Okay, that explains it. So, Phalor and Rain, Toxan, Daddy's Money and Toxan, you both know that the mummy wrap that you got with this portfolio is the only safe way that you have currently to pick that compass up, other than resisting that demon. Because he specifically detailed that in the story.
Okay, knowing that, I'm going to call a quick flashback. And when we decided to split and Daddy's boy was going inside, I would have handed him the mummified silk.
Okay.
I have it.
So that he could wrap it.
Okay. So are you wrapping it?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, you wrap it. Cool. All right, so you've succeeded in your first goal. You guys gonna blow this chimney up?
Yeah, as soon as I see them come out, I'm gonna use one of my flashbangs. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna make sure this really works. I'm gonna use the other two of my flashbangs on kind of one inside, one on the outside, and I'm gonna set a longer fuse so that I can light it and run.
And you're kind of modifying them to be more bang than flash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like not enough so that it's gonna blow the entire thing. Like I don't want the entire roof to go down. But I want to make sure that this chimney is gone.
Yeah, fuck this chimney.
Fuck this chimney.
Okay.
So y'all all have left. Draven, are you who leaves last?
Draven will leave last.
Okay, Draven. As you're leaving, you notice that there's blood starting to pool underneath this dude. He's still breathing, but there's blood starting to pool.
And it's not black, it's regular blood?
It's just regular ass blood.
Mm.
And Draven, you know from your experience as a blue coat and having to deal with them that it's a good thing that he's alive for Nat. Because you did not want to hear that bell toll.
All right.
That was dark.
Wait. Does the bell toll, like, when you're saying that, are you saying that in general, or are you saying that like when someone dies in the city, there's a big bell?
So you see this right over here, the governor's stronghold? Yeah. There's a gigantic spirit bell over there. Whenever someone dies, that bell rings because it's not long after that person dies that a spirit or a ghost will rise from their body.
Okay.
And that spirit bell is magically enchanted to tell the location of that ghost,
Oh, thank
which
God.
summons the spirit wardens.
That would have sucked.
That would
Spirit wardens are space marines, but as ghostbusters.
Okay, so we need to be quick because he has not got long for this world. I don't know that. I can't see.
Wait, roll me 3d6 for your blowing up of the chimney.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's a 1, a 2, and a 4.
You succeed. It blows up. It falls a little onto the neighboring construction project.
Whoops.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab everyone and bolt.
Okay. You guys successfully completed both of your objectives. You deliver the compass to Lord Skurlock, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Lord Skurlock gives you a supply of Spiro to last you for the next 6 months.
Sweet.
Ooh, nice.
Appreciate it.
You gain
Sorry, I'm going to have marked it onto my items. I hope no one minds.
No, go for it.
the blue coats do not know who did this. So nothing happens with them.
Before I run out, I carve a massive F in his chest and leave. No, I don't. It's fine.
And Lord Skurlock
I'm not going to sorrow it.
+1 with you.
Ooh.
And
Oh, and now we can go into Charter Hall without the blue coats, right?
correct. The blue coats in Charter Hall will leave you alone.
Nice.
Unless you commit murder.
Fuck.
That's it.
Crimes.
That's it. That's the only thing is the blue coats. If they see you commit murder, they're just going to be like, oh my God, these fucking idiots. And they're going to do their best to catch you.
Oh, so they have to see me do the murder.
Correct.
Now, okay. You should have led with that. Can't see me, I'm John Cena.
Is the bell like? Can the spirit guardians interrogate spirit wardens? Yes. Spirit guardians is a spell in D&D. Can they interview the spirit itself and figure out who murdered?
If they had any intention of doing that, yes.
Oh no.
Their primary purpose, however, is to destroy the ghosts before the ghosts wreak havoc on the city.
Got it.
Because one ghost could kill someone else, and then you have 2 ghosts, and you see where that goes.
3
The
ghosts.
ghost apocalypse.
Yeah, you know, that thing that exists outside the wall.
Oh. They will take over.
Yeah. All right, so you guys have enough to make your opulence for Juno. You have successfully answered Lord Skurlock's call. So now we go to downtime. You can use downtime to heal. You can use downtime to start a long-term project. You can use downtime to embrace your vice and remove all that stress you have.
Can we do more than one thing?
You get 2 actions.
Okay. I would like to start cooking up the opulence
Okay.
and just kind of get that going because it's going to take a few days.
Yeah. So that's going to be one of your actions is starting to cook
And then
opulence.
I would like to go to a whorehouse and indulge my vice to get rid of some stress.
Okay.
If I've got boo-boos, do I indulge in a vice or what do I do?
You roll for your healing clock to see how much you heal. And if you happen to know a doctor, you can get an extra dice to heal.
Papa's got his own pharmacist that he visits. Does that count?
I would say yes, but take a stress because you have to deal with Papa.
Papa's angry right now.
Very. All right, so roll me. Let's see. You have what is Melissa a priest of? Is she a priestess in the Church of Ecstasy and Flesh?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely
Okay.
that makes sense as to why we're good friends.
So I will go ahead and give you an extra die. Roll 3d6 and take the highest and reduce your stress by that amount.
We need a 6 here. Hey, that's a 2, a 4, and a 6. Amazing.
All right.
I have no more stress. Thank God.
All right.
Melissa really knows what she's doing.
All right, BG, what you doing?
So I'm going to get some booze and then go home and try to heal.
So you're gonna drink and
that's my advice.
heal.
Drink and heal. Yeah.
Okay. So are you gonna hang out with Daddy's money when you drink?
I like Daddy's money, so yeah, I'm gonna be hanging with him.
Okay. So I will give you a bonus die because he knows a tavern keeper.
Nice.
So roll me 2d6 to see how much stress you remove.
2d6. I got a 6 and a 2.
Okay. You're gonna overindulge, and I will figure out how that plays
Oh shit.
later.
I forgot that's not a good thing.
For an extra dice. Does it compound or is it just the highest?
It's the highest.
Okay.
And then roll me. You don't know any physicers or anything like that. So roll me just 1d6 for your healing clock.
2.
Okay, you get 1 section on your healing clock filled in.
Cool.
Okay, what do I do for the healing clock?
So for the healing clock, you basically roll a d6, and for 1 and 2, you get 1 segment. 3 and 4, you get 2 segments, and 5 and 6, you get 3. If you roll doubles, if you roll a 6 outright, I'll go ahead and say you heal one of your injuries.
Okay. Rolling 5.
Okay, so you have 3 segments on your healing clock filled in. You have another downtime activity. You could go ahead and just try healing again. There's no real.
If I went to the pharmacist boy, would that have changed the?
Yeah, you would get another die roll.
Okay, yeah, I took a stretch. I would go see that. That's
Okay.
a 1.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So you can take your second action to heal again if you'd like. Pretty much guaranteed to remove one of those, and you get 2d6 to do it.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get into the level 2 harms.
No.
No?
With harm, you can't overindulge in healing.
No, I'm talking about like I want to get rid of one of the lesser.
Gotcha.
That's 2 4s.
Okay, so that'd be 1, 2. Okay, new nausea or bruised, your choice.
He still feels pretty. I feel like the nausea at this point is because he saw like the dude get fucked up. So my cat is on my keyboard, so my fucking stress is going off the chain right now. I'll say I'll get rid of the bruised.
Okay. You recover from successfully bruising your elbow.
Ouchies.
All right. And Draven.
Draven is going to go meet up with his pal Marlene and go get into a couple of fights down in like a boxing place or something of the like.
All right, roll me 2d6, take the highest.
All right. 5 and a 6, so a 6.
You also overindulge. Of course, the two cutters overindulge their stress. All right. So, BG, when you get drunk, are you a blabbermouth?
No,
No? Okay.
I either want to hurt people or fuck people. It's just those two. Well, sometimes both. Both is great.
Okay. So, what would you think you did when you got too drunk?
If I got too drunk, it would definitely be a situation where I woke up with cuts and bruises that I couldn't explain, or woke up next to someone I didn't know. It would be one or the other.
Okay. So, you're saying that if you got too drunk, you would possibly take harm?
Fuck, I shouldn't put myself in that position, but
Or you would possibly do some things that you shouldn't be doing?
let me think about BG for a second. BG is definitely more of the...
Because when you overindulge, what can happen is you can either take harm if you say overindulge in physical violence. You can take heat because you blabbed about what you did, which will get heat onto the crew. And or you can what is the other one? One sec, let me look it up. Or you can get into an entanglement.
Ooh, like Jada? What's an entanglement?
So an entanglement is consequences of your actions. So this could be you got arrested, you got a ghost decided it wanted to notice you and has started stalking you. There's a lot of things that could happen with an entanglement. In this case, I would say that because you resisted the ghost, that when you got drunk, you woke up someplace that you didn't think you left. Not like next to somebody, like you woke up someplace you don't have a clue how you got here.
Sounds about right.
Because this is off the beaten path and like you never come here. You woke up way down here in Barrow Cliff, right outside the Radiant Energy Farms.
Oh, shit.
And there's blood on your knuckles.
Nice.
And you're not sure if it's yours or not.
I lick it.
Okay. And Draven, you overindulged
with fighting.
So do you want to just say you take harm?
Yeah. Let me think. Yeah, we'll just say that I took some harm from the beat down that I ended up taking.
Okay. So we are going to say you took level 1 harm, lacerations.
All right.
Basically, what happened is you got into a fight that you were a little knocked out from the previous fight, and the dude who you thought was going to be an easy fight pulled a knife on you, and he cut you pretty good across the chest.
Okay.
Probably going to leave a scar.
All right. That works.
Right.
Another battle wound.
All right. So before we end for the night, does anyone want to start any long-term projects? Do you have any ideas for things you want to work on, goals you have in mind? You are a bunch of drug-running sociopaths.
BG is a very in the moment type of person. So unless there is something that she needs to work on because she's working on some long haul or job or something like that, she ain't thinking about shit. She's just throwing knives at the wall. That's about it.
Okay. So now we get to the experience portion of tonight's game, and this is the last thing before we close. So on each of your character sheets, down at the bottom, it's mark XP. So, did any of those situations happen? Let's see. For PG.
Sorry,
what?
go ahead.
No,
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So for BG, I would say you definitely addressed a challenge with violence and coercion.
Nice.
I would say you did that at least twice.
Awesome.
Because you can only get multiple. Let's see, you did overindulge, so you struggled with issues from your vice, so you definitely get a point there.
Sweet.
You didn't particularly express your beliefs or heritage, and you didn't make any desperate rolls. There weren't any roll 2d6 and take the lower. So you got 3.
Sweet.
Who's next?
Go.
I'll go.
Go.
I'll go.
Okay, you definitely addressed a challenge with violence and coercion, so you can mark 2 for that.
All right.
And you definitely overindulged, so you get 3.
All right. Perfect.
Harrington or Amy? Who wants to go next?
I've already used both of my like downtime actions.
No, this is marking your XP to see if you level up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do I mark?
So, did you roll during the session anything that was 2d6 take the less?
No.
Okay. Did you address a challenge with deception or in influence? I would say yes, once with Bob.
Once with Bob.
So you get a tick there. You definitely expressed your heritage. Daddy's money. Doesn't want to go down the chimney.
No.
And you didn't overindulge, so you don't get any XP for that. So you get 2.
Get 2. Okay.
And that brings us to Amy.
Hello.
What's up?
No, I think I addressed the challenge with technical skill or mayhem with the blow a rat up.
Oh, absolutely. And you also deftly harvested the temperance. So you get 2 there. You didn't overindulge, so no. You didn't get any.
Did I express my background with the whole I can cook up some primo shit?
I would say so, especially since you got a lot of information from Stasia.
Yeah. And then I don't think I rolled any desperate actions.
Nope.
Because I deliberately let myself not do it.
I think you all excellently rolled at least 1d6 or more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see for the crew. You acquired products / executed clandestine covert sales and secured new territory. I would definitely say you acquired product. As a crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say you contended with a challenge above your current station.
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't necessarily say you bolstered your crew's reputation. The F is kind of like, okay, you're rumored.
Okay, we just gotta start leaving Fs on everything now.
Yeah, just keep doing it. It's our thing now.
Not on my house again.
No.
Harrington, it's going to take months for that to grow back.
Oh, I'm sure.
When
Daddy,
while
no.
Can I just like when Rich Boy's got his back turned, can I just try and draw a big F on the back of his coat? without him seeing?
That is between you and Rich Boy as far as prowl goes.
Okay,
feel
well,
like
this is going to be my
Rich-
2d6 take the less.
Rich Boy is always mindful of when
Come
he's
on.
being touched because he thinks all of those around him are slightly lesser.
You would have to roll insight to resist that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it just
Right, I'm going to
2d6
roll
take
the
the
2
less,
and
I
take
think?
my lower.
Okay, both of you roll 2d6 and take the less. Whoever comes out on top.
3.
I rolled a 1.
Get off.
You can. Okay. Okay. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just because of all of your escapades, I'm going to roll a d3. Okay, 2. So I'm going to split that. You guys gained 1 experience in rep and 1 heat just for existing.
Damn. I can just be out here living our lives.
And you gained 4 coin as a group.
Hey.
So we can
1 each?
either. Well, Harrington has an additional coin, but
I just got
So-
money.
we can either spend that money on, buying some things for your lair, or we can call it here. It's y'all's call. Y'all can always discuss the upgrading of your crew in the downtime channels.
We should get a bar.
That might be good. I feel like we maybe keeping this coin this time because I know we've got Rich Boy over here, but I am broke until we start selling some major good stuff.
Yeah.
So that's no to the bar?
Okay.
I know,
And
yeah, no bar, yes. Spending all of our money. No.
I will say
But let's go for a drink.
large amount of Spiro. You got enough temperance that you could, if you rolled well enough, start to cultivate it so that
Ooh.
you could grow it yourself.
I can grow our own.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to try and do that. I want to try and
So the only
Can I
thing from
have-
opulence you would be missing would be a steady supply of Eruvium.
Eruvium. But that I can just buy on the street. That's fine.
Yeah. So that would be a long-term project to see if you can cultivate your own. So I'm going to go ahead and what do we think? An 8 or a 10 clock for growing your own?
Well, you said it takes a while to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for fairness, it would probably be a 12.
Okay. So I'm going to put a
I'll get that
12
started.
down here.
There we go. I got it.
There it is, all
am
zeroed
I-
out.
Am I able to?
I'm going to go ahead and say roll me a d6 to see how much progress you make.
Okay. Am I able to have that going at the same time as cooking the opulence? Because that isn't going to take as long.
Yes, because you're dedicating
Okay.
the downtime task to the opulence to get it done quicker.
That is a 4.
Okay. You get 2.
Awesome.
So once that's built, you will be able to, with the exception of just acquiring some Eruvium, which your adepts will be able to do for you, be able to start selling opulence.
Yo, cameraman
Alright.
here. I think Baylor should get 2 points on expressing his heritage and background.
Yeah, that's fair. You did do it a lot.
That's fair. That's fair. He did whine a lot.
Who said that? That voice never-
Ghost? Oh my god, the demon followed us.
Is the
Okay.
stream haunted?
Okay. Yeah. I'll go ahead and give him that. All right. Well, guys, that's been our episode about AooA.
It is haunted.
The first session. They somehow managed to pull off 2 scores simultaneously, and now I have to think up more shit for y'all to do in town.
Thanks for the game.
We're good at what we do. Oh, also thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Not a problem at all. If you guys have any other ideas for long-term projects, anything you guys want to work on as your character, like Harrington, if you wanted to work on, I don't know, training your poodles for battles so that you could bring them with you. Anything like that at all, acquiring something that you don't have, that you just have an idea for that you think might be a little large, then go for it. Other than that, this episode's done. Thank y'all for joining us.